Beamer Merchant here, provider of the best used OEM BMW parts out there. Check out our website and find out. Anyhow, here we are again. We're gonna go ahead and show you how to remove the left front fender out of an 01 BMW X5 4.4 model. On a previous video, we went ahead and showed you where all those bolts are located. In this video, we're actually gonna go ahead and remove the fender. We're also gonna go ahead and show you the tools that we use. Obviously, we start off first by opening the hood. Okay, what we need to do first is we need to go ahead and remove 4 torx bolts that are located along the edge here. I've gone ahead and removed them, but the bolts look like this. Okay. When you're removing them, be very careful to put proper pressure on top, because otherwise, if it slips, you're gonna strip it, and the only way to remove it will be to drill it out. So be careful with that. So now I'll do that here. Take those off, and then we come here to the hinge that's holding the hood. For now, we're gonna go ahead and just loosen up the bolts. We're not gonna remove the bolts completely, because otherwise the hood might fall off. Those are 13s. So what you do is you go ahead and put a ratchet on it, loosen it up a little bit, which I did already, and then usually there is a 10mm bolt. I'm sure you can probably see it right there. This one here. That one's holding the ground cable in place. Remove that, and that's going to give you access to the 13mm bolt here. Remove those. Okay, now we get here to the passenger side edge. I would imagine that your door is still in place. So in order to remove this bolt, it's a 10mm. I went ahead and removed it already. You're going to need an extension to have access to that, and that's a 10mm. Remove that. And then as you go down here, you got 2 more. Okay, there's actually 3 more, which one's hidden underneath the trim. But in order to have access to those, we need to go around and remove the wheel liner. Okay, then we come along the edge of the trim here. You're gonna see there's some punch points or some holders that hold the trim in place. The tool you're gonna need to remove that is a punch tool and a hammer. What you do is you place this at the center and you punch it through. Okay, that's done right there. Same thing, that's done. And you do this all around the trim. Okay, so once you've gone ahead and punched the holder in place, you take this tool here or a similar tool. What you do is you go ahead and stick this here, pop it out. See how it comes out? This is how the holder looks. And this is how the punch, you gotta punch this to the back. Keep this in place, you don't wanna lose them. And go ahead and remove all around the trim here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove 8mm bolts that are found along the wheel trim. This is how they look. 8mm here, and they're pointing. Okay. And I counted them, there's about 8 of them, and they're all around there. Okay, once you remove the bolts, then you come underneath this area here. You're gonna need this tool here, because there is I'll take it off right now, and I'll show you how it looks like. It looks like this. That's also holding the trim in place. And there's another one. See, it looks like this. Once all that's removed, ideally, this trim should come off. So let's find out. Okay, so let's go ahead and start removing it. There's a trim right there, right side. And then this basically allows us to remove the wheel liner here. And always when you're working with this, there's always something that you forgot, so hopefully that doesn't happen here, but if it does, then we can always go back and take it off. And of course we did. If you come over here around, see there's one more 8mm bolt right there. that's holding the wheel liner in place. See that? So let me go ahead and take that off. Okay, now that we have the wheel liner off, it gives us more a better room to remove the remainder bolts. There's another 10 right here. We're gonna go ahead and take our impact gun, take that off. Okay, and remember, there's 2 more in here. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that right now. You can see them better here, but you gotta take them off from this side here, okay? And this is the 2 I'm using. So let me do that right now. Perfect. Okay, so you can actually kind of start pulling them out here. There's 2 more down here. Okay, now we have 2 more 10mm bolts located under here. Let me go ahead and take those off. This is how they look. This one here. Okay, we gone ahead and removed all the bolts. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the last 2 13mm bolts right there. I'm gonna have somebody hold the hood. I'll remove those and I'll pull out at the fender and remove it. Okay, it's probably hard for you to see because of the sun here, but I'm gonna ahead and remove these. Someone's gonna hold the hood and I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the fender towards me. Okay, the bolts look like this. Make sure you don't lose them. Okay, so ideally the fender should come off now. So let me do that right now. Pull that in here. It's coming out here. Okay, what you need to do is if you just start pulling here, it's going to be a little challenging. What you need to do is lift up the hood just a little bit. Let me just pull it up right there and see, it should pop out. And then you can go ahead and possibly, okay, put the hood down again. Again, 2-person job right here. Put it right there. And as you can see, pretty much we can go ahead and remove the fender. This hook latch down right there. Let me go ahead and remove it completely, okay? To set the hinge back in place, we needed to actually pop the shock off from the hinge here because we couldn't set it down. So once you remove the shock, then you're able to go ahead and basically put the latches back on here. Okay? Okay, we were having a challenge right here because of the fact that everything else came off, but here was being held. What you need to do is you gotta take this bumper here and slide it out, and then you can go ahead and then secondly, see the fender is being latched on here as well to the lower trim, headlight trim. So this is how it looks. You see this this edge here? It's in here. So that's why be careful when you remove this. You don't want to bend this. Same thing here. This gap right here is being held by the bumper. So you gotta go ahead and move the bumper out of the way to remove this. And that's how you remove a fender from an 01 BMW X5 4.4 model. If you have any questions, comments, let us know. As always, we have many parts available for X5 models, so check out our websites. And thank you for watching. You have a great day.